Okay, I was asked to do a video again on another experimental probability question. Now, before I begin this, I just kind of want to go over again what experimental probability is, how's it different from a theoretical probability. Experimental probability is based on an experiment or an experience, something that actually happened. Okay, so it's if you say what's the probability of flipping a fair coin, that's something that hasn't necessarily happened yet. You didn't actually experiment and flip a coin 100 times. You know that if a coin is fair, 1 out of 2 times it's going to be heads and 1 out of 2 times it's going to be tails. So here's an example where an actual experience occurred. So far, 907 out of 1,223 voters have agreed to the new amendment. Based on this data, when you see this, based on this data, that tells me it's an experimental probability. What is a reasonable estimate of the probability that the next voter does not agree? All right. So we know so far that 907 out of 1,223 agree, right? So based on that, how many disagreed or do not agree, right? Because it says what is the probability that they do not agree based on this data. So based on this data, well, if 1,223 total and 907 agreed, that means if I take the difference between those, this is how many are going to disagree. I'm going to use red for disagree. So 3 minus 7 can't do, so that's 1. Excuse me. 13 minus 7 is 6. 1 minus 0 is 1. 2 minus 9 can't do, so go here. That's 12 minus 9 is 3. So 316 out of the 1,223 disagreed, right? So that's the probability that the next person will not agree. They'll disagree. So it's 316 out of 1,223. Hope that helps.